Now we shall discuss and focus on the first general elections. What is the basic importance of first general elections? A country where with India was dominated for nearly 200 years and we don't have any basic rights at any point of time, even we are not at all treated as human beings. So we have to understand the point here that for the first time we are going to face the multitasking challenge for the government or for the independent nation of India. What is the challenge here? Is it really very tough, or what made it a challenge here? See here, by the name itself, it is clear the first general elections. The first general elections, it means that till now we don't have any general elections mentioned for us. In the first general elections, one more interesting fact or the one more fueling concept for that is that the government of India has introduced the universal adult franchise. The same universal adult franchise was introduced in Switzerland in 1971, which is far later than India. Switzerland is a well developed country than India even today also, but even they have introduced the universal adult franchise issue in 1971, which is nearly 30 years after Indians have given that. Now, what is this universal adult franchise? According to Article 326, the Indian Constitution ensures the power of every individual whoever attains the age of 18 years, irrespective of their age, category, caste, creed or color, will get the right to vote. He may be an educated person, an uneducated person, a literate person, an illiterate person, he may be a Hindu, he may be a Muslim, he may be a non-religious person, but irrespective of all these things, any Indian who has an age of 18 years of age of at present will get the right to vote according to this article of 326. This issuing of the right to vote to every individual irrespective of their caste, color, creed, race and other place, regions or other discriminations even for boys and girls is known as universal adult franchise. This universal adult franchise was adopted in India from the very first general elections onwards. Now, the challenging task for the Indians or for the issue is now that many of the women, they don't know or they are not known by their own names. They are known either by their father name or by their husband's names. Now, the task is that we don't know how many people are staying in a family exactly. We have to get the census of everything. Then we have to frame the list of the candidates. Then we have to do all these things. So, the government of India has done for us, the election commission was set up. What did you get? The setting up of election commission. The election commission has got the duty and the responsibilities entitled to it, that it makes sure the list of the voters, then it makes sure the party candidates, and then everybody has nominated there or a systematic procedure for conducting the elections. In this systematic procedure of conducting elections, again we got a new task for us to be performed. The main difficult task is now on the process. The main difficult task is that as Indians have given the universal adult franchise to each and every person in the nation of their age criteria, now what about the women whose names are not enrolled in it? Then what about the people, those are illiterates, those who don't know to read and write? How are they going to put their votes? Really, it's a challenging task, because we can't say by name itself. Those who can't read and write, how are they going to recognize the person? So they can recognize by seeing it. So the election commission came up with a novel idea that they are going to put pictures in front of the candidates and symbols. They brought pictures of the photos, the photographs and the party symbols will be kept, so that even the uneducated people can come forward with a view like what is the name of the candidate or what is the picture of the candidate and what would be the symbol of the candidate. And they also made this process, and in some completely down areas or where the villages are completely in the uneducated stream, they have come up with a new ideology that where they have kept the symbols allotted for the ballots. For example, for Congress, they kept the picture of hand and a separate ballot was kept. For BJP, they kept the symbol of the lotus and a separate ballot was kept. For TDP, the cycle picture, a separate ballot was kept, so that which one you like, you can go and put your vote in that. Instead of choosing somebody else, you can simply put your vote in that particular ballot, which means that your vote goes to that particular candidate. In this way, the novel ideas were invented by the Election Commission to deal with the task of the first general elections. So finally, the first general elections were completed. So what happened of the results? Which party won the seats and in what majority they have won? Who became the Prime Minister of India for the first time? We shall discuss all these things.